in a kingdom of stone. There lived a king who worshipped his own throne. Drunk on power like wicked kings become. He built an image, raised it high like a false sun. When the trumpets roared and the horn shook the land, every knee was commanded to fall at his command. Crowds bowed low like a sea of broken men, but three in the kingdom refused to bend. In the marketplaces, in the gardens, in the courts and the streets, whenever the horns blasted, three warriors stayed on their feet. Consumed him the moment he heard the truth. They were dragged before the throne, yet stood unshaken, as if the chains around them had somehow been mistaken. The king thundered, "Bow to my image or burn in the flame." But their eyes never moved, not even at his name. And then their answer cracked the air like a sword of light. "We have no need to answer you in this matter, a battle cry of right." The king stepped back, fear touched his spine. He hit it with fury, crossed by pride. Heat the furnace 7 times higher. He roared, "Bind them tight, throw them inside." But even as the fire rose, he couldn't shake what he had seen. The joy on their faces, the freedom so clean, the look of men who belong to a greater king. No chain could shake them, no fear could break them, no earthly power could make them kneel. They knew their God, the author of war, the one whose truth is still. Hey, we bow to Yahweh, we don't bow to man. Hey, 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 hey. Let the flames rise high, we will rise again. Hey, 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 hey. There's a fourth man walking in the fire with me. This is our war cry. We bow to the king. We bow to, we don't bow to man. Hey, we bow to, we don't bow to man. We bow to the king. We bow to, we don't bow to man. Hey, we bow to, we don't bow to man. They brought them to the furnace gate, and the crowd was cheering, roaring with hate. These 3 men deserved their fate. Their voices thundered through the air. The king watched, wearing a practiced grin, though turmoil churned deep within. His relief came when the furnace heat arrived, when flames burst upward like a living tide. The gods looked up, awaiting his word. He gave the nod, no hesitation heard. The furnace doors groaned open wide. A scream of heat came rolling outside. The soldiers stepped forward, but fire answered first. It leapt out like a beast and consumed them in a burst. They fell where they stood, the king's strongest men, burned by the blaze they thought they commanded. But the 3 still moved, bound yet steady, walking toward the fire, calm and ready. The flames curled upward, swirling like a storm, wrapping the furnace in a living, roaring form. Then the king froze, his strength drained away, for in the heart of the fire where death should reign, he saw 3 men standing, untouched, unshaken, unafraid. No screams, no pain, not a single flame claimed their skin. Then a 4th form appeared in the glowing flood, walking beside them, radiant as lightning, like a son of God. The king stumbled forward, his voice breaking free. Was it just 3? But now I see 4 in the fire with thee. Terror and all collapsed, his pride, his heart trembled like a storm inside. When the 3 stepped out, not a burn on their skin, not even the smell of smoke on them. The king bowed low, dropping his crown to the ground. He rose and decreed with a trembling breath, "Let every nation, tribe and tongue hear my decree. No God shall be worshipped except the God who rescues from the fire. No sword, no flame, no kingdom of man can stand against him." So when the enemy whispers, when he calls for your need, stand tall in the fire and let your spirit breathe. No threat he brings, hey, can can command your soul. You belong to Yahweh, untouchable. We bow to Yahweh, we don't bow to man. Let the kingdom fall, let his glory ascend. There's a fourth man walking in the fire with me. This is our victory cry. We bow to the King. We bow to, we don't bow to man. We bow to, we don't bow to man. We bow to the King. We bow to, we don't bow to man. 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 No fear, no bow. Fire can't stop us now.